President Trump marked a milestone tonight in the battleground state of Pennsylvania, which he won on election night. According to Gallup, Mr. Trump's approval rating stands at 39%, which is the lowest of any president in decades. CBS 2's Brian Conybeare has more now on the president's first 100 days. Brian?
Well, Jessica, the president is clearly comfortable on the campaign trail and feeds off the energy of the crowd. So instead of attending the annual White House Correspondents Association dinner tonight in Washington, D.C., he hit the road to be surrounded by thousands of supporters.
100 days of action.
President Donald Trump trumpeting the early accomplishments of his administration during a campaign-style rally in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Saturday night.
I've signed 29 new bills, a record not surpassed since the Truman administration.
Trump touted his efforts to crack down on illegal immigration and MS-13, the El Salvadoran street gang known for ruthless violence here in New York.
We've seen the horrible assaults and many killings all over Long Island, where I grew up.
This week, the real estate billionaire admitted being president is harder than he thought. He blamed Democrats for his failed effort to repeal and replace Obamacare, a signature campaign promise, and vowed to continue his fight to cut taxes, battle terrorism, and he spent several minutes blasting the mainstream media.
The media deserves a very, very big, fat, failing grade.
Tonight looks a little different.
Meanwhile, in Washington, the annual White House Correspondents' Dinner went on without a president in attendance for the first time since 1981, when Ronald Reagan was in the hospital recovering from an assassination attempt.
It is our job to report on facts and to hold leaders accountable. That is who we are. We are not fake news. We are not failing news organizations. And we are not the enemy of the American people.
Earlier in the day, President Trump signed 2 executive orders directing the Commerce Department to investigate international trade deals and establish an Office of Manufacturing and Trade Policy in the White House.
And it's going to have a huge impact on jobs.
And with North Korea's Kim Jong-un testing another missile this week and testing the administration's patience, President Trump sat down with CBS News' John Dickerson for tomorrow's Face the Nation.
I would not be happy. If he does a nuclear test, I will not be happy.
Not happy mean military action?
I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
Meanwhile, protesters took to the streets in Washington, D.C., here in New York, and cities around the country for what was billed as the People's Climate March, demanding the president take action on climate change. And there was a smaller protest at Trump Tower over on Fifth Avenue that organizers called 100 Days of Failure. Jessica?
All right. Thanks, Brian. Interesting year for sure. And for more on John Dickerson's interview with President Trump, you can watch Face the Nation tomorrow morning at 10:30 right here on CBS 2.